SHBG, sex hormone binding globulin. This is an encoded protein which transports androgens and estrogens in the blood. It binds each steroid molecule, and it binds 3 hormones that are found in both males and females. Testosterone is found in both males and females. However, this is the main sex hormone in males. Dihydrotestosterone, this is also found in greater quantities in males. And then estradiol, which is found in both males and females. But this obviously is the main female sex hormone. SHBG stands as one of the mediators between various endocrine tissues and also contributes to its own pathophysiological role in some of these diseases. Because these sex hormones are so crucial in male and female health and reproductive systems, it stands to reason that testing SHBG would fall under the free hormone hypothesis, which means that the biological activity of certain hormones is best reflected by the free rather than the total hormone concentrations. This is a crucial element in this theory that the presence of these binding proteins, which function, in this case, SHBG, this is a gatekeeper for the steroid function of the body. So how is SHBG tested? Direct immunoassays can be inaccurate, and while gold standard liquid chromatography with tandem mass spectrometry with coupled equilibrium dialysis is not available for clinical routine, calculation models for free testosterone, despite intrinsic limitations, provide a suitable alternative, of which the Vermeulen calculator is currently the preferred method. The sex hormone binding globulin test is an SHBG blood test. This is what your doctor would use to test and measure your levels of the SHBG protein in your blood. It is commonly done at the same time as other tests, so as they're looking at your testosterone and estrogen, they're also going to be calculating what your SHBG is. It's also interesting to note that children usually have higher levels of SHBG, so this is a test that's mainly done for adults. SHBG is found in liver. It's produced by the liver. And the emerging evidence now shows that liver fat content rather than BMI is a strong determinant of circulating SHBG. This participates in the regulation of steroid response. So some of the polymorphisms in this gene, this has been associated with polycystic ovarian syndrome, type 2 diabetes. But let's talk about some of the higher concentrations of SHBG found in plasma. This is affected by a number of different diseases, high values being found in individuals with hyperthyroidism, hypogonadism, androgen insensitivity, and hepatic cirrhosis in men, hepatitis, HIV, some medications like anticonvulsants or medications used to treat seizures all would find higher concentrations of this binding globulin. Low concentrations are going to be found in people with diabetes, type 2 mellitus, obesity, metabolic syndrome or MET syndrome, hypothyroidism, acromegaly. This would be that too much growth hormone in the body, myxedema, hyperprolactinemia, and syndromes of excessive androgen activity. And then again, medications would fall underneath this as well, and some mild disorders of androgen metabolism. SHBG concentrations are also affected by drugs, androgens, estrogens, thyroid hormones, and anticonvulsants. Pretty much anytime you're going to be messing with these, SHBG is going to be going up and down. SHBG binds to 3 different steroid hormones found in the body: testosterone, dihydrotestosterone, and estradiol. Those are in both males and females. It can also have its own pathophysiological changes in the body and can be an implication for a disease. Basically, this is a sex hormone binding globulin that helps regulate some of that androgen and estrogen activity in the body. Here's how I might understand it. What we notice from the data, as your testosterone rises, so if you have a person who's on growth hormone, or you have somebody who has overactive androgen activity, what's going to happen is your SHBG might lower as a result of your body responding to that level. So acromegaly has a lot of growth hormone in the body, which means your testosterone will usually rise, which means you might need less of your SHBG. Inversely related, if you have something like hypogonadism, which means as a male, you're gonna have most likely less testosterone in the body, your body's gonna raise up levels of sex hormone binding globulin to help transport that testosterone to the tissues. So the two of them together are somewhat inversely related in a functioning system. However, as we can see from the diseases, the higher levels are associated with almost lower testosterone or lower androgen and estrogen activity, and the higher levels of SHBG are associated with higher levels of androgen and estrogen activity.